Can you give us your name off the top?
Yeah, let's start with your name,
sure.
last name.
Well, thank you, everyone. My name is Salima Shamshadan, and I'm the Refugee Family Support Coordinator with Austin Independent School District.
Can you spell your first name and last name, please?
Sure. It's Salimah. Last name is Shamsuddin. So thank you all for being here today and your interest in this situation. There has been a lot of media coverage about our current events in Afghanistan and the resettlement of Afghan families in Texas, specifically in Austin. It is a privilege to be able to talk specifically about Afghan families in AISD and the support provided by our AISD Refugee Family Support Services Office. Austin ISD welcomes all new families arriving from Afghanistan. Our district's cultural and linguistic diversity is a strength, with students from all around the world and over 100 different languages spoken by our families. We appreciate the warm welcome and the show of support for our refugee families in the Austin community. And now I welcome any questions you may have.
We'll get questions in order of arrival, so we'll start with KUT.
Sure, this one might be a little bit random, but given the situation that people are coming from, there's probably a lot of trauma and just it's really difficult. So I'm wondering if there's any services that AIC provides that's like trauma centered, or if y'all are thinking about that.
Yeah, so we actually, sorry, yes. Yeah, so we actually work with Gramercy. It's an in-house mental health clinic. And then we also work really closely with our licensed mental health professionals and counselors to do a lot of that crisis intervention and referrals to trauma-centered community centers.
Are you offering any support in terms of housing or food stability, anything like that?
Yeah, so as far as housing, that's something that Refugee Services of Texas does, and so when they're resettled, they provide the housing. We work with outside agencies to provide rental assistance, but as far as housing, no, that's something that they get from that Refugee Resettlement Agency.
What services do you anticipate needing in terms of education? Like, what kind of stuff in the classroom can these refugee students expect to receive?
Yeah, so when they first arrive, we do a testing to see where to place them, and ESL is always a really great service. So something that I do in my department is we train teachers. We do a lot of professional development about how to do sheltered instruction strategies, just how to make your classroom more culturally competent and relevant, how to make it more inclusive. Something as simple as like adding a map in the background and asking students like, hey, where are you from? Why don't you pin the country that you're from? That could make the classroom inclusive. Inviting them to talk about their stories, share their stories. That's something that we also talk about.
Approximately how many families or students does the district anticipate servicing through this program?
So as far as numbers, I can't say an accurate amount just because Refugee Services of Texas, things are changing constantly. We're receiving new arrivals, and I know the turnaround time is really quick. I know recently they said 100 to 200 families that they'll be receiving, so we're hoping we get some of those families. But we currently have over 700 refugee students in our district and over 300 Afghan students.
We have a couple that just walked in. Antonia?
Yes. Can you go through what the first few days for refugee students is going to look like? And then getting settled?
Yeah, so when they arrive, we actually receive a referral from the Refugee Resettlement Agency saying we have a family of 7 and there's 5 school-age kids. And so we contact the parents, we make sure and help with registration and enrollment. So many of our families that are coming only speak Dari and Pashto, and so we're needing to make sure that we have interpreters working with them. And so our team is multilingual. There's 3 of us and we speak 10 different languages amongst the 3 of us. So we help with registration. We provide a cultural orientation. That's a orientation talking about what school looks like in America. So as you know, from something as basic as like, hey, when you get in the older grades, you're gonna have to change periods to, what does lunch look like? If you eat halal food, you need to make sure and mention that in the lunchroom. If you're vegetarian, you mention that. So we go over all of these things, and then we make sure and contact the campus principals to let them know that, hey, you're gonna have a new student coming to your school, and these are the languages that they speak, and they're gonna need those support services. So working really closely with the campus to make sure, and the teacher, to make sure that they're.
Follow-up questions from Spectrum.
I know you don't have numbers quite yet, but can you talk about what age ranges you expect to receive in terms of these refugees?
We actually won't know until we get that referral. So that, again, that comes from Refugee Services of Texas, and sometimes they don't even know until, they get that assurance and that from the State Department saying like, yes, we'll receive this amount, and then we'll get that number. But until they arrive, we don't actually get that referral from them. And even when we get that referral, it still takes time because they have to get certain documents in place in order for them to enroll. And so they have to have a copy of their lease and, all these documents in order to enroll in schools.
Do you have any follow-up questions?
When you talk about language and language barriers, can you talk a little bit more about what the district is doing in the classroom when these kids are?
Yeah, so we're making sure that we have ESL certified teachers in the classroom with them so they know how to provide instruction to children that don't speak, languages other than English. And so there's ESL offered. There's also support services from our office. Let's say the teacher needs to have a parent-teacher meeting with the parent. We make sure that they can contact our office, and we'll have an interpreter on site or over the phone to help with that that conversation of like, hey, this is where progress is at.
Do you have a number of interpreters at the district office?
Yeah, so we actually work with our translation and interpretation department to make sure that we have, they have a lot of different vendors that they work with. And so we wanted to make sure and work with them and provide interpretation. And then our staff, again, is multilingual. And then we also work with contract interpreters from different vendors in Austin.
Any other follow-up questions?
Do the teachers have any one-on-one time with these students, and how often are people checking in on them to see if they're succeeding in and out of the classroom?
Yeah, so teachers, of course, have one-on-one time if needed, and then there's also mentor support. So something that we did last year, which was really cool, is we had UT mentors helping these students in virtual breakout rooms. So the teacher would be in an ESL class, and then she would move the student into a virtual classroom, in a virtual breakout room, and the mentor would kind of assist with that. But that's as far as I know. Again, it's not so much instructional that we focus on in our department. It's more support services that we provide to the families.
How did the breakout rooms go last year?
They went well. I think that a lot of it is just academic support with language acquisition. Students are still learning English when they come here, and so it takes time. And, mentors really do help with that.
What metrics do you use to measure how well these refugees students are sort of, getting used to these new environments?
Yeah, so are you talking about for instructional or just like support services?
Yeah,
or
all around, yeah.
all around? I think, something that we do in our support office is if they need help, they can come to us. There's not really like a survey that we provide. One of the main needs are, housing, food stamps, Medicaid, and just they want their kids to have quality education. And so just providing that support, making sure that, parents know what's going on in the classroom, informing them in their home language, I think that is really important. A lot of people forget that, they're coming here from a different country, a different culture, and so how does that adjustment look like? And being open to that, being open to accepting their culture, really suspending bias coming into it, and so that's something that teachers really work on, being open to just new families and welcoming them, and we do that in our department as well. Yes?
Does the district have any designated campuses for students who are coming in as refugees?
So we have International High School, which is where we place a lot of our new arrivals, but then it really just depends on where they're located as far as like where their apartment complex is at. So no, there's not like designated campuses. We have over 100 campuses, and they're just all spread out throughout.
Is ISD doing anything to educate current students on what the situation in Afghanistan is like and how they can help these people integrate?
Yeah, so our department is working, we're doing some professional development for teachers. So in September, we're actually having 2 sessions for teachers to learn about what the situation is in Afghanistan, how can we help these students, these newcomers arriving, and then we're kind of focusing on like cultural competency, what can they do in the classroom, what are some signs of trauma, to see, and then how to refer to the right counselors and how to refer to mental health providers. So we are focusing on teachers and how they can identify signs of trauma and then refer out, but not so much students. I think the teachers, once they attend these sessions, then they can kind of talk to their classrooms about it.
Any other questions? Thank you all for coming.
Thank you guys so much.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us here on KXAN Live. I'm Will Dupree. We've just concluded showing you a live news conference that happened at the Austin Independent School District headquarters. One of the members of the district's Refugee Family Support Services office was speaking about being able to help some Afghan refugees that have now arrived here in Austin and their children who are enrolling in school in this area, and some pretty particularly interesting notes shared there, and just wanted to point that out too. What the representative who spoke just a few moments ago said is that their Refugee Support Services office is going to hold a couple of sessions in September, so coming up next month, to help teachers who might be assisting some of these families understand the situation that is unfolding in Afghanistan and what these families experienced coming over to America and resettling in the Austin area. We do know that Refugee Services of Texas is assisting people here locally and helping some families resettle. They're expecting almost 200 potentially. They don't have exact numbers at this time, but they are providing that assistance to people, and some of those families with young children are being connected with the Austin Independent School District to receive services, get enrolled in school, and begin that instruction as other children here in our area are too. Another point that was made is that to understand really there are more than 700 refugee students in Austin ISD. I had not heard that statistic before, and maybe many of you had not either. And of that number, about 300, the representative said a few moments ago, are Afghan. We have more information about this particular story on our website right now, kxan.com. I'll also let you know that my colleague, digital reporter Kelsey Thompson, is going to be working on a story specifically about this and some of the other assistance that's being provided to families resettling here in Austin. So look out for that on our website too. We also have information about a devastating attack that happened just outside the Kabul International Airport today. We do know that there have been a number of injuries and casualties, including among Americans. That was shared by the Pentagon press secretary a few moments ago. Really unfortunate situation unfolding there as the evacuations continue from people wanting to leave that country. We'll have more information about that available on kxan.com as well. Thank you all again for watching. I'm Will Dupree here in the KXAN Live studio. We'll see you back here another time. Please, everybody, stay safe, take care, be healthy.